Going to do what I think should be an easy scroll saw project this morning. I was looking through my stack of possibles, and this was near the top, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. Let me give it a try. This comes from Steve Good. It's a cell phone stand, and as you can see, there's a place to put the recharging cable through the bottom, so you can actually have the phone recharging while it's sitting on the stand and you're watching it. This gives the same thing from another perspective. If you're interested in scroll saw patterns, go to stevedgood.com. The pattern calls for 1/4 inch thick material. I have some 3/8 left from another project, and I think I'm going to make it out of the 3/8, so it's going to require some small changes to the pattern. I'll show you what that is in just a moment. Let me get that 3/8 inch wood. Yeah, I usually make one to begin with just to see how it turns out, and then if I like, I gotta make more. I've got the patterns attached to the wood. This is red oak. I ran it through, it was about 3/8. I ran it through the thickness planer. Actually, I don't know, I must have got carried away. It actually came out to, I measured it, it's more like 3/16. So what I did is I am going to make these slots here a little bit narrower. Whenever you're making something like this with a slot in it, make sure that the slot is the actual thickness of your wood, not the thickness showing on a pattern. They may not be the same thing. I hope that makes sense. I need to drill some holes, and then I'll come back and do some cutting. I cut around those patterns out of the biggest sheet of 1/4 inch, and it just makes them easier to handle on the scroll saw. So I will do the inside cut first, and then the outside. And as I already mentioned, I made this slot a little bit thinner, and I'll see how it fits with the other piece. Hopefully I measured accurately. When you're doing something like this, when in doubt, make this slot a little bit thinner, not as wide. You can always make it bigger. You can file it down a little bit, or you can run it through the scroll saw again and take a tiny bit off. Once you've made it too big, it's too big, and then you've got a sloppy fit, and that's not good. Let's do the interior cuts first. I'll do the exterior now. The scroll saw is not the greatest at cutting straight lines, but it's the only thing I can use for that interior cut. So I'm going to use the scroll saw. I can also go to a disc sander later and smooth out those slight imperfections that keep it from being perfectly straight. Okay, let's see if I got this size right. Oh yeah, that's good. Nice snug fit. Now I'll move on to the main piece itself. Alright, the moment of truth. Oh yeah, that's nice. Whoops. Put it in backwards. Want the larger side in back, obviously. nice. I missed one of the holes for the notes, so I have to go back to the drill press and quick drill another hole and then cut that out, but it won't take long. Got both parts cut, and it's going to take just a little bit of sanding, so let's do that. I use just a flat sheet of MDF. And add them across there. There's always a tiny bit of tear out from a scroll saw. A drop of glue is all it's going to need on this. Let's put one in the corner. I'll make sure I do it with there we go. There it is. That was a very quick project, quicker than I thought even, and I like it. I think I'll make a few more of them. Maybe I'll do them in some different species.